Yeah, that's like when
And like, you
one that
know,
I used to hate is when y'all used to take y'all words back. You remember when y'all used to do that shit? I couldn't
Well,
stand that shit. I
I
hated
don't
that.
do no shade
I
nobody
thought
else.
that was just,
My nails,
y'all
hair, natural.
when
I
they
don't
get
do
the
it. So
nails
it's like,
done, y'all be wanting us to see that shit. They click and clack, all of that. Yeah.
yeah, I
I,
know.
I personally don't think anything's wrong with it. And so what if she's animated? Hell, I'm animated. Y'all know. And like I can
exactly.
tell y'all from my experience in living in Italy, like when you are exposed to different cultures, like I'm a
Mhm.
hands talker now because just from living abroad,
Mm.
I, you know,
Right, right. Just is different. So the like I said, this episode to me was about double dates. I know that Ashley still likes Donald. Okay. One of the things that Zadia brought up, and I know you guys want to talk about this again, when she said gifting the kid, I said I know she did not bring that crap up again. Did she talk about that in her season about gifting somebody with a kid? Did
What
she say
is
that?
that shit? What is
Look,
that? Excuse my language. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a
no,
heart
you
in my mouth.
good, you good.
Okay, I was in
We
the
said the
Marines.
same
God gave us
thing.
permission to cuss. So
Look,
hold on, Jabari, because you're right,
what
because
is
that's
that?
some dumb shit.
We
And
had the
you don't
conversation
gift
too.
nobody a kid. But
Yeah.
y'all know how I felt about it when old girl in Miami was talking about gift. I gifted. No, you don't give a child is a gift to you. That is
Right,
you don't
right.
objectify a child like that, like you giving gifts. Like a child is just an accessory. But whatever.
Mm.
To each his own. Let me go to our collective black phrase. To each his own, honey.
baby. Jeffrey was the one that said it. Demita in the chat said, she said that. I couldn't remember who said that. I was like, why are we bringing this up? Because a child is a gift and a blessing. That's one way I would never phrase it. I don't know why she said it was kind of odd, but he did say on the date, Kirsten said that he had more fun with Ashley than he did with Zada. He felt like it was a like an interview or something like that. He didn't really have a good time. So the next two dates was it Ashley? No, I'm sorry, not Ashley. Walter, Charisse. I think Charisse wanted to have a date with Walter. Now, is that the guy they're competing over? Walter is the guy that everybody's wanting right now. Is that correct or am I wrong? Is Walter the guy that they're competing against? Charisse and it's one guy they're both two of the ladies like that they found. He was a new guy. I thought it was him.
The new guy that just came on this episode.
Yes.
I think he was he the NBA player was.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
I just
NFL.
because
NFL. Yeah,
they made etouffee. Vernisha, they made etouffee crawfish, and I know that Charisse had the date, and we
Oh, you
found
talking
out
about Kango
well,
Sweat?
no, Cameshia.
that's
Yeah,
not.
y'all getting the dudes
Yeah,
mixed up. You talking
yeah, the
about Slim?
NFL
You talking
guy
about
did it
Kango?
actually. Yeah,
No, okay,
actually,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. So
Saudi.
but Walter was the one that went out with. I didn't get that confused. I know that Walter was the one that went out with
Ashley.
Vernisha. No. Walter went out with Vernisha and Charisse. Because the first day was Ashley and Zadia with Kirsten. I took my notes. And then the other date was Walter because they made crawfish, etouffee.
Yeah.
And then he
Okay.
went out with Charisse. Okay.
Yeah. Charisse had the yellow
I took my
one.
notes. I was like, I took my notes. I don't remember everybody's names.
Yeah.
So I took my notes.
Yeah, but he's not the NFL guy. The NFL guy went out.
No.
Y'all said it. I didn't say that. I didn't remember which. I just remember he went to a
shout out to Walter though. Real talk. Shout out to Walter down here in New Orleans, man. The Partners in Crime is a rap group. Kings, pump the party. That's Walter. That's Partners in Crime. DJ Jubilee. Shout out to Walter.
Are you serious?
Man, them legends down here in the city, man. For real. Yeah.
I'm from Louisiana as well, but me and Stacey B are both from
That's
Louisiana.
Partners in
I was looking at Walter and I was like, I know him from somewhere and I can't put my finger on it, but I know this man. So I didn't know how I knew him. I was trying to figure out how I knew Walter. That makes sense. But Walter was very.
I liked him. I
don't like the way they tried. I don't like the way they tried to play Walter because Walter. I liked what he had to offer, but I mean,
he's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude.
We see this. I mean, no shade unless you want to take it that way to you, Jabari. But it's like we keep reverting to what we safe with, and I thought we learned that. Carmen, didn't we learn that from Ready to Love when we were on there? Like, stop going with what you safe with, and again, we got these men, we dragging them from episode to episode just because they're safe. I'm sorry, Jabari, but you were safe. Because I thought you was about to.
Mm.
Wait. Okay, so what does safe mean?
Maybe
I don't understand what you mean by safe. What do you mean?
Safe is like familiar. What I mean by safe is like something familiar. Our familiar, our comfort, and not doing something different. Because the same thing we do is the same reason why you sing.
Yeah.
Well, to me, as far as Jabari, I'm gonna say this: with him and Vern, I put this in my notes. I thought of them as an organic situation. I watched the whole thing. I dissected. I feel like when I watched the couples, and you have to understand from the other episode until now, it's an organic connection for what I'm looking at. It's not like people are saying, "Oh, I have issues with this person. Oh, not sure about this person." Like for instance, Charisse having to date Maurice again to fill things out because she felt like it was so awkward and quiet before. But what I feel like with Jabari and Bernicia, it was a natural, organic connection, in my opinion. I understand what you're saying about the safe word, her dating out.
Okay.
Her dating outside, I do understand what they're saying as far as the safe being open, because in her real life, Jabari, you might be the one that she normally would go to, to gravitate to. So not speaking for Stacey, but saying
I was on a season with Bernicia. You bald. I mean, you look familiar to me. You know what I mean?
So when you said safe, I was like, well, I kind of gravitated to her because we had a lot of commonality. So I was thinking like, this is something I'm familiar with. I wouldn't, I would think a safe space is where I'm trying to get. That's why I didn't get why you were like, it's kind of bad.
But also a safe place is the first place to friend zone.
Oh, okay. I got you. Too familiar.
Right.
Nah, I ain't
Carmen,
I'm not challenging myself.
Nah, we ain't here for that. Nah,
I'm not challenging myself. I'm not being true. I mean,
so Carmen and Maude, I want y'all to weigh in on this. How do y'all feel about the safe as far as him being safe? Because I know what I get what Stacey is saying.
I don't want safe.
You want out the box?
Sporadic. I mean, the reason why you're on these shows, is to do something different. What you were doing before was not working.
I was gonna say that.
Okay. So I don't want safe because safe obviously didn't work for me through the years, right? I want somebody where I'm like, challenge me. You know what I'm saying? Make me think outside of where I'm used to be, or who I used to be with. So if you're really coming on these shows, you can't have a type, right? Because I can see sometimes how they look at the men like, ugh. Okay, well, obviously your type is not working for you, boo. All right. So you can change a lot about a person, a man. You may not like how he dressed. Okay, she didn't like the ugly vest. I ain't like the ugly vest either. But baby, guess what? We're gonna go to the store and we're gonna get you some new outfits. That's easy, right? You can wear.
What was so bad about the vest? Like, we wear vests down here. I had a vest on in my Instagram picture. I was like, oh shit. Do I need to change shit?
I'm just saying for her. I'm not saying me. I didn't like it, but what I'm saying that is.
But yeah, it was a big thing about the vest. I was like, I wore a vest on the season on the episode.
Okay, well then start a vest crew then.
Not a vest crew.
But you
Facebook group about vests.
Jabari, I defended Vestgate because I'm from Slidell and I grew up in Pasco. So that's my area.
Okay.
And I had to defend people. I'm like, men wear vests all the time down here. It's too hot for us to wear the coat to the jacket, but when you want to make it formal, we throw on a vest and it covers up where we normally sweat because it's very humid down there.
Exactly.
And even if it's 80 degrees, you could sweat bullets because it really feels like it's 95 and you want to be presentable. So for us, it's acceptable to wear the vest. That's normal for people down there.
I just didn't like the stuff in the back.
The colors and stuff.
Yeah, like the art. You know what I'm saying?
The print.
That's
okay.
True.
So
and it depends on the kind of vest because Walter was wearing a nice vest and he was looking good. The other dude,
Walter was really good. He was. Walter was the one that went out with. Remember, he made the crossfit for Bernicia. That he went out with Charisse.
Yeah,
he was married. He was the one that was married 19 years and was born and raised in New Orleans.
I like his vest too.
Okay,
those are two my notes. Okay,
with the dreads, put together man, had conversation.
Yes.
Like all of the women, and it's so crazy to me because everyone complained about conversation and communication, and then here you got a man with the emotional maturity that can have a whole conversation with, that can carry a conversation and carry you. And we're not giving him
I like
paying
Walter.
attention.
I like him.
I really like Walter.
Yeah, Walter's
Well,
cool,
they
man.
said
Walter's
they
really
said
cool
they
guy.
said they liked but they said they liked him. It's going to become a competition for him because they like him a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to become a problem, in my opinion. I know one told me that. I'm just saying because they both like him. Now, Sharice did go out with Maurice again because that first one was so awkward conversation. So with this one, I feel like it was still awkward. You talking about we like nice things. What kind of shoes you got? I'm like, what kind of conversation? You got a whole champagne and nice picnic and still no conversation.
I like them actually. I like them. I think he's bringing in a very soft side of Cherise that we have not seen.
Let me tell you something. We can't go on no more dinner eating dates with Walter because Walter likes to feel his food. He likes to get every flavor on every
Who you mean, Maurice? Maurice said, I'm going to eat. He did say that. That was Maurice. He likes to eat.
Maurice is what I'm talking about. He's sitting there. He can't even hold a conversation because he's too busy trying to taste the strawberry part of the strawberry. We can't go. Maurice
need to go.
Maurice is the kind of guy that you cannot go on a dinner date. If you want to have a conversation and you want to do what you grown up stuff with, don't take his ass to eat. You know why? Because he's gonna be like that.
Right. I mean, there are some people who are minimalist when they talk at dinner. They don't talk much at dinner, and then they talk after dinner.
But Jabari, they're getting to know each other at this time, and you know, I just feel like you get to know somebody. Why are you waiting? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like Sharice is playing herself on this one, honestly. I mean, if you have to double back and think, and I don't understand. Okay, you got other men. Beat it. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. This is here for you to have a conversation. And it's like she's pulling just to get to know him. Why did you come? You came on the show to be with someone who wants to get known. I want to get to know you back and forth, not for you to be like just sitting there looking at each other. I think she just holding on just to be holding on to this.
Okay, welcome Simone. Welcome Simone. She's in the building. Leave mute that baby. Leave mute baby. Okay, so Simone is here in the building.
I'm scared.
Hey, mama.
I'm scared for Simone.
I'm a drunk stay-at-home wife.
Well, what question? Okay, so Haitian asked a question, and so I think I put it up there. Now, she said, "Can you break your NDA and reveal to us when you finally are eliminated?"
No.
I know he can't. I just put it up there. Just want me to ask him. That's why I didn't put it up there, Mama. I knew he couldn't answer that question, but I put it up there so you can be happy. I know you can't answer it, so I already know.
I don't know who, what, when, where, how, where Jabari gets eliminated, but the confidence he's exuding, baby, it ain't time soon.
I also wanted to speak to Carmen. Had mentioned she was like, Sharice kind of played herself. Carmen, I agree with you, sis. I think that Sharice may have kept old boy, the lawyer, Maurice, even though he's boring. She probably kept him because she was afraid if somebody broke her.
The fuck?
Yeah, let me just be the person who looks like the least broke.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what she likes.
I know.
If she like the money, if she like the man, if she like that kind of a lifestyle, ain't nothing wrong with that.
She did say she want to have a man to be in a place to be able to take care of things and not have to work. She did say that, Maud and Simone. So I mean,
I do feel like I have to say this. I feel like one couple or two people who are dating have already planned that they're gonna go together to the end.
Oh yeah. Oh, Carmen, let me tell you something, because you ain't lying, baby girl.
But
they playing it off. I'm like,
alliance.
Is that the fear, or are you that team?
Are you saying
that's always the same
team?
They
like each other that much?
That's not tea to me. They always say they always do this. To me, it's old tea.
Wait, Simone, who did you say don't like each other that much?
No, when she was saying there's a couple that's already planning to go to the end, I said, do you think it's because they sincerely like each other?
Or... No, I think honestly, think about it. These women came back from a show that they probably didn't look the best light, in the best light. And some people are competitive and they like, I'm going to go to the end with somebody this time. I'm going to end up somewhere because I was shafted or however they feel in their mind. It didn't work out for their personality, their image, and I want to go. So I'm gonna change it up, and I want to go to the end and pretend. Honestly, I think the only person who would, I don't think none of them would actually move. Honestly, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
That's why the premise is so dumb that it's hard for me to get past it. But
It is.
I have to put it to the side to keep watching. I'm like, who authorized this? Like, I really feel like I already know exactly what that person looked like. I know he was not Black. I know he was probably not straight. He wasn't any of those things. It was somebody who thinks they know what we want to see on TV because they've been successful in this industry. Because that is just the stupidest of the stupid premises that I've ever seen on OWN.
And as you hear them talking, they're like, well, it's only the second night. How many nights y'all go? So in 30 days, you gonna tell me you gonna decide to move with somebody, leave your kids, your business? Come on, we not.
That is just dumb.
Yeah, the make a move party is kind of trash. I don't know why they put that part in there.
Well, if they had younger women, right?
Listen, I was having some technical difficulties. I know LAX.
Younger broker, all of that.
No, if they had younger women, you're coming from college, you're still trying to figure out.
Okay, so let me ask Lee's the youngest one. Lee, so making a move for a whole new state for a man, your opinion?
No,
you are younger.
No, I ain't did it, and I ain't gonna do it. So absolutely the fuck not, because
so she already did it.
No, I haven't already did.
Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead, Lee. Go ahead, Lee.
Listen, what did you say?
No, I wouldn't move it. Wouldn't move for a man, only because you can get there full. It's okay when you flying back and forth. Now I've done that, flying back and forth, but not just go and uproot my life and relocate for a whole man, because he can get there full time. He gets acting stupid. Now you stuck in a new state, in a new city that you only come to kick it in.
But in reverse, though, the guy can move, though. Like, I would definitely move to Houston. I got a connection to Houston, right? So Houston is not like out of the question. I love.
Wait a minute. You got a connection where? You said in Houston?
I went to college in Texas. My daughter's in Texas, in Houston. You know, I lived in Houston right after Katrina. So like everybody else, and then I came back to New Orleans. So Houston is not out the question for me.
Right.
I think, you know, like the premise of the show, it was stupid, but what could happen potentially if you got the right connection is, you know, hey, Houston worked for a lot of people in New Orleans.
So
Jabari, how many guys have that kind of a scenario where they already have connections, like in DC or wherever, and then it's easier for them to, you know, they're not
actually in New Orleans. Once after Katrina, a lot of us went to Houston.
Yes, they came to Texas. Back. Yes, for sure,
right.
They did.
We sure
did. I'm in Texas now. Yeah, that's true.
A large portion of New
Houston
Orleans
and Dallas,
100%. So we got a strong connection to Houston.
Okay. Texas, now, Louisiana,
it's realistic.
It's real talk. It's real talk. No, it is real talk. Houston, Texas, and Louisiana like this.
Especially
we
like
Katrina.
Literally, that's why. This is a conversation that I have with Cameshia all the time, and Simone. Y'all know, I be like, why am I go to Dallas when I can drive 1 more hour and be home?
Right.
True. Yeah, she has. I mean, it's like right up the street. So literally, to me, Texas and Louisiana, we should be. Well, you know the story about my hometown is Natchitoches. That's why you have the Natchitoches. It's about 2 sisters and brothers who got married. Texas and Louisiana,
right.
I mean, they've been connected forever. Like something, you know. So you going to Houston? Oh yeah,
I'm glad.
Little history there.
I'm glad Jabari hopped on and said that, because I was going to ask you, since you are just an employee.
Oh wow!
We get a bad rap. I don't know.
Do you work remote?
Guys having jobs getting such a bad rap. I don't know why y'all do us like that.
No.
Don't say y'all, King.
I'm sorry. Not y'all. The proverbial you. The proverbial.
Because I love men that work. I don't care about all that.
Question, Jabari, is it a government job?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have a pension?
Shit, what?
Is she entertaining?
Yes.
Oh my God. So
she's a lawyer.
Like, I'm not so concerned about 6
I just want to make sure she can't.
Wait. Too many people talking. Go ahead, Simone. I'm sorry.
I can't hear.
Go ahead, Simone. Go ahead.
So I was saying that's my new thing with dating. I'm not so concerned about them earning 6 figures right now, Because the men I date they're very smart. I mean, at 40 something, they're probably going to, but more than that, I need to make sure you have at least 6 figures in your retirement account. Because I'm not trying to be greeting people at Walmart when I'm 60 years old.
Absolutely,
I
agree.
Yeah, and I feel like we very much forget to ask.
Not Walmart.
Dating a 45-year-old man with $0 in his retirement was like terrifying as well, because now if you get a divorce, you have to give, and you divorce in your 40s, you have to give the other person half your retirement.
Mm-hmm.
The way I end up on Snap, that's where you'll see me on OWN. I will be on Snap, Dateline, any of that.
Benefits outweigh dollars in some scenarios.
Yeah.
Like if you have a benefit package. Yeah.
How old are you, Jabbar?
44.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm older than you. Interesting.
I mean, old is a state of mind to be endured by those who are relatively weak-minded.
Don't. Hold on. For me, I don't give a damn about my age, baby. I can put 20 or 30 to 40. I don't worry about none of that, baby. I don't even look my age, so I don't even worry about that. I just was like, damn, I'm older than you. Not that much. I'm 47. Ain't that much older.
But I mean, Houston sounds like it would be a good transition for some of the people. But what about DC? DC will eat you up.
Man, DC rough in the swag,
you
baby.
Gotta have some money in DC.
You can't DC and play like that. Yeah.
Hold on, Lee, DC Queen is here. Lee, what'd you say?
I mean, when I moved, she right to an extent, but because when I moved to DC, my job moved me up there, so
right.
It can get expensive, but it ain't. It's just like moving to any other city. I mean, LA expensive too, so shit. But
I also wanted to ask you guys a question. Ashley said she did not like dating the same guy. I want to know your opinion. I put that in also, guys, in the poll in YouTube chat. What did y'all think about that? She said she don't like dating the same dude. What'd you say?
That's sweet. She don't like drama with the girls. Yeah, she don't like drama with the girls.
Okay.
Well, any man with worth half his salt knows that you can't date sisters and the girls that live in the same place. That ain't
in
gonna
the
work.
Same house.
Right. If you got any half an ounce of sense, not to even try this. Like you can't. It's gonna go bad. No way, either way, one way or another. So that being back to the premise of the story being kind of thrown.
I don't know. I'm competitive, so I'm like, bring it. But then at the same time, if y'all slobbing each other, I mean, I don't want to, what I'm saying? Like to a certain point, it has to be like, okay, we just dating, I don't want that.
You guess I'll take your man, huh?
Sometimes
I hear it all in your voice. I'll take your man.
I will. I am like that. I'll be like, okay, girl, whatever. Okay. Also, I think people will perpetrate and be like, our date was great. Wow. And I'll be like, girl, no, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? There's two different vibes. There's somebody that you can have fun with, like how it was Zadia and what's her name? Ashley. Ashley, she was just boom, boom, boom. And Zadia was kind of like interrogating him. And
I mean, in their defense, I mean, the dates are much longer than they show, right? So
trust me, they know about
much
that.
More interaction. You know what I mean? So the date could have been fun. They just probably didn't show the fun parts.
Well, now Jabbar, these ladies here, they was on Ready to Love, so they know all about these dates and editing and that's their world. They both of them. Yeah, Stacey was in Houston. That's DC over there, so they all know about 100% how this goes.
I swear, I had never seen Ready to Love ever a day in my life. I'm not a reality show watcher.
Oh my!
I did it as a joke.
Okay, hold on, wait. But you're on the show that's attached to this show. That's very confusing to me. I've never understood how cast can go on a show, not just not Ready to Love, but it's attached to like the parent of that or whatever. So the fact that you didn't watch not one season, not even the last season that was in Dallas. Wow.
Well, once I found out that the girls were coming back from the season, I was like, well, I don't want to know what y'all already did because it's like cheating. Like, right? I'm not trying to cheat. I don't want to know your backstory and know what you did. No. So I want to go into it kind of like original, kind of raw. And let's get out of it what we can. So no, I didn't watch none of it. I went on it as a joke. I didn't think it was serious at first. I didn't think I was gonna get on it.
Wait a minute.
And then when I did, I said,
hold on. You went on it as a joke.
Right. My homegirl sent me the thing and said, you need to go on this because you can't find a woman. And so I just signed up. She signed me up actually. And then when the people called me, that's when I did.
So why is it that you feel like, what was it? What were your habits as to why you couldn't find? Why do you feel you couldn't find your person?
Oh shit, I wasn't ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready.
So what
I was making dumb mistakes. I was, young men make stupid mistakes. We fuck up. So I was making
Like what?
Like not handling money right, not handling my business, not cheating, playing. Like.
Well, you said young man. You ain't that young to be making that many mistakes.
Well, when I say young, I mean in my 30s. When I say young, I mean in my 30s. You still young in your 30s.
Okay.
No, I know women mature faster than men, so y'all think we mature as y'all age.
And we do.
But 30 for us ain't as mature as y'all think it is.
So what do you think is like a good age where men have that pivotal moment where the light switch goes off and like, damn, I can't do this dumb shit no more. This is where
I mean,
45.
I have homeboys who I grew up with who got married straight out the gate, but he had a dad at home who showed him how to do it. Right? He had a father and a mother at home. They knew how to work a marriage. So those kind of guys have a blueprint already. They know how it goes. Sometimes they end up better off at a younger age because they had something. Then some of us, like myself, we got to go out here and figure it the fuck out because we don't know how to do this. You ain't had no guy at home to show you. You just had a bunch of niggas coming in. Excuse my word.
But yeah, let's not use that one.
Sorry. You had a bunch of guys coming in and out, so you're just trying to figure it out. Like, what's a man supposed to do? Because you never really had a blueprint beside, the rappers. You ain't really had no role model. So you make mistakes and you learn from the mistakes at your own pace. I got guys right now, they still running around here like pit bulls with the little pink thing running out. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you 45 years old. You ain't tired of this shit? So, and then, some guys hitch later and then they want to get out because now I'm bored. I've been with this girl for 20 years. Now I'm bored. I want to go do something else. So, I mean, I think every man has their own scenario.
On that second win.
Damn.
Yeah, everybody got their own time, man. Every man does.
Are you divorced, Jabari?
Yes, I got married when I was 19. I got divorced when I was 20.
Damn.
I married my high school sweetheart.
Right. That's so typical. That happens all the time, though. It does.
Right.
Wait, did you say 19 and then divorced at 20?
Yeah.
That don't even count.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Well, I mean, I can't say I ain't never got married.
Was it even a year? Was it even a year? Was it even a year?
It was. I mean, we was.
I mean, the marriage wasn't even
glad.
a year.
See, that was the universe freezing his ass because he was about to.
Lord, geez, was it even a year? You froze for a second, so we didn't hear what you said.
Oh no! I mean, we was together for 6 months, but then the divorce took a year. So.
Oh yeah, it does.
Were you in the military?
I was in the military exam, right?
Oh, you married her for a military check, so she wasn't even pregnant.
Right? No, she wasn't pregnant, and it was my high school sweetheart. We had been together.
She's a military queen right there, and I'm also a military brat. So we know about being military.
Been together, so it was my baby, from high school.
Okay.
I ain't know nothing else until
I get
out something else.
Those marriages don't always work out when they come from the childhood and up. They usually don't always work out, unfortunately, because it's different.
I feel like, Jabari, you the one who I said you the reform player. Are you the reform player?
I had my day. Yeah, I did.
I had my day.
Okay. I had my day. Yes, I was one. So I wanted to talk really briefly about
deniability.
Hey, and nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with that. Everybody gotta grow. Zadia and Sharice finally had the conversation. We both talked about it in the beginning.
Dragging this conversation.
So they finally had to talk again, and they got to the argument. I was like, yeah, if y'all don't stop talking about this stuff, because y'all got into a whole argument again. So Jabari, y'all don't see this stuff until we watch it, correct?
Right.
So I asked the other guys the other question too. It's like, how y'all feel watching it? It's the girls within with the arguing and the pettiness. Does it change y'all mind how y'all see it? And not everybody was involved with the argument, mind you, but still watching it. Are y'all like, I dodged a bullet? I'm just being honest.
The minute I laid eyes on Sharice, I knew she was trouble. I said, hell no. No, we talked,
Oh
it was like for
wow.
5 seconds, and I was like, ain't no way in
Tell us
hell.
why.
Oh my goodness. Oh
She's a very superficial woman. I'm sorry.
told
It's no substance to me. It's no substance to me. I need some nitty gritty me
Hold
personally.
on. Wait,
Something
hold
that's
on.
real.
Let
I'm sorry.
let Stacy get her cake
Oh, my
finished
apologies.
pressed so she can
Okay.
Because you know, I was
come on with the come on,
I
because she
was,
about to come and
you
save
know,
her. Come
I
on, go,
was,
come on.
because it's unfair to call people superficial if they just have their preferences and their
Okay, well then, all right, well then she's shallow. There,
Then
let's
no,
move on.
Okay.
it's not that she's shallow. She has her
She
preferences.
called her own self
We
shallow.
allow we allow people to say, oh, like we allow men to guise things as, oh, this is a preference. But if you don't want to be broke, and if you don't want to be with somebody that's gonna mess up your bill money,
Cameshia.
I just want to go ahead and get her theme
Cameshia,
music
what the
together.
heck?
Superhero music. Superhero music, man.
She got the
That's her
superhero
theme.
music. I'm crying.
I'm telling y'all, at least she's honest. At least she's telling you what she's looking for, what's her expectations. People always like you. Do you prefer a facade, or do you prefer to know what it is, and then you can choose reasonably if that works for you?
Right. You talk to a person
Okay,
and you
Jabari.
develop opinion
Hold
about
on,
their
Jabari.
personality
What?
or their
Hold
character
on,
trait.
Jabari. Why do you think she's superficial? I want to ask you that. Why do you say she's superficial? Can you break that down?
Experience. I've dealt with it before. I've seen it before. I kind of know what it looks like. And if that's bad going off of that, I apologize, but it's a red flag. I've been there, done that. I ain't doing it no more.
Fake ass apology.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hold on.
I don't know what else to say. I ain't mean no
I
opinion,
think it's okay for her to say what she wants. I think it's her delivery. It seems a little harsh. You can still have a date and have fun with someone and just be like, I'm gonna move on. I don't think this fits who I want to be with. I think it's enjoying the moment still and being friendly. I think it's the delivery. It's not that she can't ask for what she wants and demand what she wants. It's how she's coming across almost better than the other person.
Simone, what you think?
I want okay, Jabari, I would like your male perspective. I've never met her. I did agree. I agreed with some level, things about her standards and what she. As far as her wanting a professional man, I could relate to that part, those components. But overall, I felt like she comes off as a very unreasonable person. From the expectation that the 3 other girls were like, yeah, you should be able to bring over a male company. We're all grown here. But yet she felt that her vote should outweigh the other 3 and she should get what she wanted. To the expectation that she's 44. She wants a man older than her who has no kids and has never been married. I mean, all of those things scream delusional person. But more than that, so this is how I described her the last episode, the last panel I was on. I wanted your thoughts on this, Jabari. I said she gives me the vibes. I have homegirls who are like this, where they're generally just a very negative or miserable person, and so in turn they end up being that wife if they can get a husband. They're that wife where the husband, like, after work, he drives around the block 16 times.
so you don't have to come home.
That she's asleep by the time he actually walks in the house, so he doesn't actually have to deal with her ass. Because and usually those men got her back when she was super fine, super fly. Everybody else wanted her. So they got her back in her 20s and her 30s, not in her 44s. So they were willing to tolerate some bullshit that now at this age, they don't have to or want to. What are your thoughts, Jabari?
I think that every man has to pick the type of woman that he likes, right? So some men, there's some men who like that type of woman. They want that. And I don't knock them for what they want.
Which kind of woman? Like the hard to please woman, or what do you mean?
How do I say this? The one they're always chasing, the one that is never satisfied, the one that always needs and always wants, right? Some men like that, right? But when I met her energy immediately gave me something I couldn't work with or deal with. I had seen it and it was like a no, a hard no. But to some other guys, they was like, yeah, and I've seen it in the comments. It was like, hey, if that's you, go ahead for that. But it wouldn't be what I was looking for.
But
at the end of the day, I think you should have your own preference about who you want to be with. I don't think there's anything wrong with a person saying, I like this, I like that. I'm really agreeing with all the ladies, the delivery and everything. I also agree with with Simone when she says that she does give that where, you know, I had my dad, I could not see it coming into the house and having to constantly, you can't even get along with the sisters that's in the house with you about a man coming over and y'all adults and y'all arguing about this for 2 days. It's like,
Some
bro,
people are just
why?
difficult.
I will say this. She said that she felt like that she didn't take accountability. I disagree with Sharice with that. I do believe that Zadi did take accountability. I just think Sharice didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to hear it.
I do not have a problem with anything about her delivery, to be clear. She knows what she wants. This is the kind of a guy I want. She goes for it and she talks about it. So I don't have a problem with her saying exactly what she wants from a man. She's 44 years old. She is allowed to say the things that she wants and the kind of a man that she wants. If she decides to say that, you know what, I do not want a man who has any kids, she's just limiting her group of men. She's just limiting that. She's gonna end up
I agree.
not really getting that kind of a person. But this is what exactly she wants. So go for it.
But you know what? Okay, so I'm older, right? Me and Bernice are the same age. I'm 42, and Sharice is 44. And I think part of what we look for in dating, we don't just like look for love and all these things. We look for a real partnership, right? So you look for like we know at this when you cross over, it's not about your coochie jumping and all.
Right. Come on, Stacey.
It's not about all the feelings. It's not about all of that. Like it's about substance. It's about who can I get through the hard times with, the times that love ain't gonna see you through.
Right.
Come on now.
Somebody with some common sense who will have your back, who you not gonna be, the lights ain't gonna be cut off. You know what I mean? Like I think that I think like the hardship right now that we're seeing, I guess like the difference, because the ladies are different ages, right? And we're seeing two younger versions and two older versions, right? And so we see Vernisha, I think if I can go on things, I think earlier, Vernisha probably in her dating life and her relationship, she probably poured into people so much and she offered so much love and so much feeling. And that's gotten her to this point. And now she's struggling with, it's not just about feelings, I need to have substance. I think Sharice, where she was like, yeah, I might have did feelings before. And so here's my line in the sand. And to some people, it may seem rigid and unattainable. And Maud is right. It does limit your pool of guys. That is teeny. You have a small pool of guys for what Sharice is looking for. But I think like the good thing that we're seeing from the show is we're seeing these differences, and we're seeing like how there's a different lid for every pot. And it's not one cookie cutter way of getting your partner.
But I also think, for me, like of her criteria, the only part that seemed unreasonable to me was I want somebody 45 and up who's never been married and has
right. I agree. That's unrealistic. 100%.
Specifically, that's all I'm speaking to with that. The wanting a professional, even if she said she wanted, which she's never said, I want somebody to make 6 figures. But even if she were to say that, I feel like that's actually reasonable for a 45-year-old man, especially one with a degree. That's that's reasonable. But yeah, because also here's the real deal: if you meet a 45-year-old man with no kids that's never been married, it's some shit really wrong with him. Okay. Right.
You ain't nobody.
I resent that totally. No, there's not that. No, that means we know how to dodge the bullshit.
No, are you paying $500 to somebody too often? Are you sliding them $500 over? You cash apping $500 too often? Like people be acting like it's just because I don't have kids at this age, just because you don't have any, don't mean you ever been in a situation where you weren't expecting one.
just in my experience with dating, the more a man is that age with they went to a great school. Oh, they have these great degrees. Then that's when I see the super flaws, narcissism, mama issues, childhood trauma, like they are single for a reason because all the women with good sense run the hell away and don't keep their babies. Anyway, so that was
and in agreement with y'all, like I do feel like, and I think like we see this struggle with Sharice where before when we saw her on Raised in Love, it was a dead issue. But now she's open to people who may have been married and divorced, who may have kids. She prefers them to have older kids. That's fair. The one thing that I'll say to men with children, because I have kids, and you can shake your head all you want, but you got kids, Jabari, so know. Like when you're older and you have children, that means that you know how to be patient with other people. You know how to deal with other people. And so what Simone is saying is absolutely correct in that if you're older at this age and you don't have experience in these areas, you've never been engaged, you don't have kids, you don't have no guy kids, you don't have your little niece or nephew with you all the time, where you don't know how not to be selfish, I guess. Where you don't know how to
I can see that point. I can see that point.
To stop for someone else.
I can see that.
I think that is what that is. And I think that I'm happy to see this growth with Sharice because I feel like if a man has kids or is a godfather or uncle, where you deal with other people, you know how to set your ego aside. You know how to like put a little pause to what you want, what you need, and accommodate someone else's feelings and thoughts and needs too. So I think that
I just think a lot of the demands that are being demanded to me is when you were 20. I'm sorry. Because I feel like a lot of demands that are being put out here is when you are 20 and able to have that much time to deal with the development of a man that may not have it, I feel like at 40-some years old, me saying I want this, I want that. Not saying you can't. It's your right to have that opinion. But girl, look at yourself. You got to knock some of those down because look at the age you're in now. You're at 45. Come on. I just think that's a lot. I'm not saying just take anything because you're older. I'm not saying that. Right. But if I got a man that's 45 years old, never no kids, that's to me, I feel a way about that. How do I know how you can be around my kids? You've never been around a child. You've never taken care of any kids. That could be a problem for me. Even though my kids are grown, but if I had smaller children, it would be an issue for me. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that wrong.
Also, bad fucking energy. Some people don't want to date bad energy. Right. Like, I think a perfect example is when the men talk about Ashley. Thank you. When the men talk about Ashley after every day, even though they are all like attracted to her physically, the first thing they say is, "I had so much fun."
Yes.
Ashley the homie. Ashley is the homie.
Ashley was joy.
Oh, don't use homie though. Don't use homie.
Why you say that?
But once you say homie,
okay, that's friends.
You remain a friend.
You say homie, that is out of friend zone. That's friend zone. Yeah. If you say that's my homie, that is a friend zone.
Yeah.
I said that when I talked last time. I said I think that's gonna happen.
It can be, but what I'm saying is I'm speaking to the men who have expressed that they were interested in her romantically. Their first comment was about how much fun they had on the date. Yeah. What I'm saying is that's what you want as a woman. You want the first thing for them to remember and tell their boys about the date is how much fun they had. And then after that, talk about how beautiful you are. With Sharice, it don't matter which show she was on. The men would talk about her looks, and nobody ever said they had an amazing time with her.
If everybody says it about you, everybody ain't lying.
If I was on there, I'm Petty. I'm Petty LaBelle. I would have brought a homeboy over every day. You would have been mad at me because you don't rock nothing over here. Okay, you would have been mad at me. I would have been like, and I wouldn't have called her. I'm like, Zadia, call Ashley. Like, call Cameshia. Like, why you don't call her? Oh, you took me out of my happy space of sleep. Okay. But I do say, if she didn't say, "Hey girl, sorry to bother you, can you let me in?" But I wouldn't have called her. She would have been the last person I called. I would have sat on that porch until they open the door. But let me tell you one thing: what you're not gonna do is tell me what I can do. And you ain't paying a mortgage. I would have had somebody over at the house every day, like waiting.
So do you think it was the show's effort?
I feel like Sharice did good well. None of the men wanted to see her after hours. They barely wanted to see her during the day.
Oh my God. Maurice was filling his food up, filling his mouth full of food to have a conversation. No, don't say that. Because he sure was eating that food and not want to talk. I think to me, Maurice was eating because he didn't want to talk. Hey, y'all, he's not gonna be able to answer any questions about any spoilers or future episodes. Y'all just giving y'all heads up. Y'all see y'all answer questions in the chat. So I want to get to the bowling alley. The bowling alley kind of where a little bit of a drama was with Ashley and Donald because she said
that
he
guy
hadn't
don't
called
like
her.
her like that.
He had
That
wait,
guy.
hold on, mod, hold tight because she said he hadn't called her in 3 days. Now I want to get everybody's opinion, mod. You're gonna go first, but hold on, mod, because she said he didn't call. Now when he showed the receipts, well, he didn't show us. It showed that so apparently that he texted her. I don't know what the devil happened. Mod, go ahead because you want to go ahead and start first.
He
Anyway,
doesn't. He doesn't like her like that. If you're dating somebody for the first days and you haven't texted them or you haven't heard from them for the last 2 days or so, I mean, if you're sending and there no text messages are coming, you call them. Him saying, "Oh my gosh, look, I sent the messages. Well, you did not hear from me. Why not call me? Why not IG me?" There were so many other means to get in touch with me. He just not checking you. He's not checking for you like that. And she should have eliminated that guy, like yesterday.
Oh yeah, because
and
she
pick
didn't
up the
eliminate him.
I
NFL
don't
guy.
think. I don't think so.
Go ahead, Carmen.
But you got y'all gonna call us thirsty.
Hold
and
on, Jabbar. Hold on, Jabbar.
Y'all call us thirsty.
No,
Jabbar, hang on, baby. Go ahead, Carmen.
No, I think you off on that. Listen, if I text you and you don't respond, and then I text you again and you don't respond, and then I'm thinking maybe you're not feeling me. I'm not going through every channel now, but
Exactly.
I'm not going to be that person. Now I do think you need to go ahead and get an iPhone, but what I will say is all of us have been through that. That was really weird. And for him to be able to show her where he really did it. Right. Okay, let it go. Be like, okay, boo, you did text me. Okay,
just
well, I'm okay now. Right. Mm-hmm. Not keep going on. Well, why do you think that man gonna lie? I mean, that's pretty hard. I mean, he didn't have time to play it off.
Because she said she didn't want to ruin. She didn't want to ruin the date, but she kind of did because she was kind of making smart comments. Oh, I like y'all over there, but you know, all these kind of things. It's like you said you didn't want to discuss it in front of people, so why'd you take it there? And I'm gonna say this: my son has an Android. He's the only one. Everybody in my house has iPhones, and there's times I've sent him a message. If you send it to me together, you don't get it. I've seen it myself, so I'm not saying. I'm on Donald's side or anything. I'm saying that it's possible that he sent messages and she didn't get it because iPhone and Android do not always mix very well. Stacey, Simone, give me what y'all thoughts about that because she did kind of ruin the date in my opinion.
I just like I'm a person. I'm deliberately happy, and you're either gonna believe him and move on because why does he have to lie? Like why would he? Do you think he manufactured 3? It was 3 back to text to you. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, especially in a situation as there. Where it was 2 cool dates, but it was obvious she liked him more. So, fine. You expressed yourself. Now let's move on. Let's have fun.
I've had
Stacey?
the 3 text messages
go ahead, Jabbar,
repeated. I've sent out 3 text messages repeated back to back. And I'm sure if you go look on IG, you'll find it. Where the girl put me on blast and said, he's so thirsty, why he keep texting me? And I was just like, well, maybe she didn't get the first one. And then she screenshotted my text message, put me on blast on Instagram, saying that I was thirsty and all of this. I'm like, okay, man.
That's
what's the difference between persistence and like, you got the message, you just weren't responding. Well, I didn't know that part.
No. Okay, I don't think she received them. But go ahead, Stacey.
I'm not speaking to Ashley at all. But in your case, Jabari, that's like low vibrational. Like you have low self-esteem or something, so you want to prove to people that you're being chased. I'm glad you don't text that lady no more, and I'm glad you moved on from that because that's some bullshit. Like,
but it's sit back here now. It's sit back here for everybody else though.
Right, but that's very low. That's low vibrational energy. Like me, okay, so like Simone, probably like Carmen, we have to talk all day in our careers, right? We are texters. By default, I'm a quick texter back. That don't mean I'm thirsty. That means like I really don't. My voice is tired, so I'm gonna text you back quickly. But if I text you and then I text you again and you still ain't responding, then as an entrepreneur, I moved on to the next because our time is our money.
Yep.
And our money is our time. And I'm not going to overinvest and engage in something that's a waste of my time. So in this instance, as what's his name, Donald, I wouldn't have called her anything. I mean, like,
shout out to Donald and Cam. The
Oh
two
yeah,
cool
Donald.
guys.
Donald was.
Both Donald
I
and
like
Cam.
Donald.
Both
He was.
of them
He was here before.
cool.
He came. My thing is, I'm a big texter too. I talk a lot as a blogger, and even my job, I talk 24 hours a day, whether I'm on camera or not. Stacey and Simone will tell you, I text a lot. I have no problem with it. I don't
Simone
take
got
it in a bad way. I might call you. No, she was because I'll say that I text. What I'm saying is that I'll call you if I've like my hands are full or I've gotten 3 text messages in a row and I didn't respond to you. I may call you, but other than that, I text everybody. Go ahead, Simone.
So last night I heard Ashley say, well, if you were really interested, you would have called. And I've seen some ladies in the chat say that too. Ladies, cut that out. Cut that out. You are blocking your own happiness. You block your happiness when you are imputing what you do and how you love on what a man who does not even know you is supposed to do. They are not psychic. And so when you assume that because he did not respond and react the exact way you would have, in the way that you would have wanted to, that he's not interested in you sufficiently, for you to explore it, you're blocking your own happiness. Because first of all, they're not psychic, as well as there are a number of other interpretations that you could have. And then when you do that, that's the rigidness that makes you block and miss your blessing. Like I literally just had a conversation. I had a conversation with a guy friend because I told him I was like, oh, okay, why do you think you're 44 with no kids and still single? Because I had told him, I was like, yeah, I feel like all of y'all is something really wrong with you. I said, what do you think you could work on? He said, my communication skills. I was like, oh, baby, I agree. Your communication sucks. Well, I used to take it kind of personal. He showed me a text message of his mom texting him like, hey, did you make it in safely? Did you get in town? Like 3 days in a row. And he would be just so busy with work or life and he would not get back to her. But then when she would call him to make sure he wasn't dead the same way that I do, he'd pick up and be like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry. Or, oh, mom, I'm so sorry. Da-da-da-da-da. When I saw that he treated me the same way he treated his mother, who I know he loves with all of his being, that made it click to me how we communicate so much differently and how, I deleted his number from my phone. Like he's in there with his digits. He got his digits in my phone because I was like, you must not be, interested in me seriously enough. But I know that he was. It just looks differently for different people. Plus, at this point, y'all, with TV time, that was probably only about a week. It was about a week. So it's reasonable for the guy to feel like, I'm going to text her. She doesn't respond. But to think, okay, well, you should DM me and then you should do this and you should do that. Not until you have a conversation to express your preference. Then,
Simone, I think you're right. And I think also we have to look at the ladies. They think they're on this pedestal and the guys have to fight so much for them. Like, how dare you not call me? Now, if we was in real world, the man didn't call you, you'd be like, okay. But now you thinking like you should be fighting. There's other men. Boo, no. Okay, listen, we're equal right here, right? You find
overworking.
Right. And I'm not a good texter. Honestly, somebody say, hey, what's up? I'm like, nothing. What you doing? Chilling. How'd your day? Good. I'm just quick. And people have said to me, like, I guess you're not interested. I'm like, no, I'm busy. I'd rather have a conversation and then we can talk for 2 minutes. And that would have been 30 texts when I just don't feel like it's aggravating because I have to text my clients. I have to text, different businesses. So you're right. It has to be a communication, but there shouldn't be a level where she thinks, well, you didn't call me or whatever. Like you said, it's been a couple days. And if I text you 2 or 3 times, I'm thinking you're not interested.
Correct.
So it should be
like the beginning, right? It's the beginning where he knows that she's dating multiple women. I mean, multiple men.
Right.
So he could also be thinking, oh, maybe she's busy on other days. Maybe she met someone she likes more. Ladies, y'all do that all the time. Somebody on here said, if you have a recruiter doesn't call you back, does that mean they like you? This is a perfect example of the logic that makes you fail the LSAT. Okay. You're talking about if a recruiter does not call you, that's the whole thing. It wasn't like Ashley called him and he didn't call her back. it was a situation where he's pursuing her. So we got to stick with the facts. I'm just saying, like in the example of him pursuing her, and he does it in the way he's accustomed to, knowing that we are dating multiple people. Yeah, I think she could have given him a little more grace.
Well,
I think
Reciprocation. It's called reciprocation.
well, and then
I
culturally,
think it's because of the show. Sorry, go ahead, Stace.
culturally, let's talk about where we at. We're in the city. We're in New Orleans. We know people be places. It's loud. It's a lot going on.
Very much so.
We'll text. We either text or we see you in person. When we see you in person, it's 100. Like I thought, like I just talked to you 5 minutes ago. So what we're seeing is a failure to communicate, but also a failure to understand the culture. In New Orleans, everything is down the street. We see you as 100.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Waving everybody.
Talked to you 5 minutes ago. So I think like people are missing the other in-person form of communication. So if my love, like if I communicate via text and yours isn't text, you want to call, but I know I'm gonna see you tomorrow. What's the problem? Because you didn't respond to me, but I'm gonna see you tomorrow anyway.
Well, then how about the scenario about this? If they had been dating longer.
But he didn't come on complaining that she didn't respond to his text.
No, she didn't. She came on talking. He came on talking about, hey, I've been calling a couple days. Would she be good? So that was a natural reaction that he had. That's why I was inclined to believe him.
Right. He wasn't like throwing her under the bus, like, hey, you non-responsive. He didn't think
Jabari, okay, I see you.
He saw her, everything was kosher, and it wasn't.
Oh, I like Jabari. Jabari, go ahead.
I want to piggyback on what she just said. She mentioned the 5 love languages, right? That's a book we talk about in relationships and dating a lot, right? But another book that we don't talk about enough is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And they talk about how we communicate with each other and how women communicate totally differently from women, right? I mean, from men. So if that's one book. Like when we're talking about how we talk to each other, men don't talk the way women talk. Women don't talk the way men talk. So we got to figure out how to communicate with each other, because if I'm talking to you and you're texting and you're not a texter, I'm speaking Chinese to you. You're not going to understand what the fuck I'm saying. And if you're trying to reach back out to me via calls and I don't like being on the phone, you know what I'm saying? So you have to just find your neutral ground with your person, and then y'all work on y'all communication.
Yes,
you
I
know
agree.
What I'm saying? But
I agree.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. How we talk to each other. I mean,
they need to update that book. That book is a little old. That book is a little old. It's a little old. They need to update it a little bit. I think I'm old. Because in 2023, in 2023, I think communication is so different that people would rather even text over a phone call. Mm-hmm. And I want to also say that if their relationship was in a different stage, like they've been together for a long time, I can understand the big uproar. You know me, I just think it's too early in the relationship to make a scene like that in a date environment where other people are there. I just thought it was too much. I didn't think it was necessary.
Okay, before we move on, if I can agree with Carmen, because I don't think that your point, a lot of people got your point when you made it. I agree with you. Like what we're saying is like, just because we're on this show doesn't mean that we can't do the work too. So to go along, to piggyback off what you were saying, Carmen, because it wasn't missed at all. Like, we're not on a pedestal either. Like, we can't expect men to always just work for us, and we don't give anything, but we have all these expectations. Like, we have to also put in work, show interest, show our soft side as well. Like, we have to respond. Like, if you have 3 missed texts, I'm busy. I'll hit you back. Whatever, or hey, I'll give you a call, or can you call me later? There's no problem with that. But we're not just here. I think like a big conversation right now is who's to be chasing whom. But we both need to do all the work. Simone ain't like it. Go ahead, sis.
No, I like it. Great. Okay, Grace and Mercy says, when a man is interested, he makes and he finds time to call, text, WhatsApp, stalk, whatever's required. I agree. But what I've learned is what that looks like for him may not be what it looks like for you. And that's where you can have a disconnect and you can miss out on a good opportunity for somebody who's very truly interested in you, but just may have different life life commitments that are, tugging him at the time. And so y'all have to communicate as to what you want. So like with my friend, I may like check on him like once or twice. He lives in a different city for now. I check on him a little bit, and then
Not
if
for
I
now.
really am worried, I'll send a text and say, "Are you dead?" If I say, "Are you dead?" then he calls
Damn.
me.
Well,
But
I
you
think
know what?
what's
You
the
know what?
most?
I think
What?
How we're friends.
Oh,
because
Jesus. Are you
I send
dead?
the you alive text.
Huh?
You alive? You
She
alive?
said, are you
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
and I
But
use it.
Lord,
I use it sparingly. I use it
like
sparingly.
do I see you. I see you. I see
Well,
you.
what you know,
you out, you alive? Because sometimes our work and our life, like our careers, like everything takes us to different places. So I want to make sure you're okay. That's me.
but what I think that
I
I
feel like
think
that's
what we might be
extreme.
missing is okay. Ashley started crying on the next episode. We know that Ashley has gone through like rejection and commitment issues, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
maybe him not communicating could have been something that was a trigger for her. And she just automatically thought, okay, he doesn't really like me. I'm
Yep.
wasting my time. And she could have went somewhere in her head
Right.
that
Yeah.
didn't need to go because we
And
know
that's why she should have kept the NFL dude. She should not have
I
let
think
that guy
that's what
go.
happened. She got scared, so instead of it was like, fight or flight. So she's like, well, I'm mad. Instead of saying, hey, that hurt my feelings. I really liked you, and I thought you wasn't feeling me because I didn't get a response back. Thank you for
I
letting
see what you're
me
saying,
know.
Carmen.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know. Next time, if I don't respond to 2 of your texts, can you call me?
Mhm.
And that would have deaded everything.
Exactly.
I think so. Carmen, right there
Oh my
with
God,
you. I think
Carmen,
so.
preach,
Yes.
preach.
That's it. A simple communication, a simple sentence can help out with so many things. People just I don't understand, and that's for men too. Just a simple communication. Now I want to go ahead. The last part of this, I want to talk about Jabari and Vern, and talk about Tamika and her matchmaking, and it's a cliffhanger. So Jabari and Vern, the responses online are positive and negative. People also going what you guys are saying. That's a safe. I know you like the word say, Jabbar. I'm just telling you. It's what's in the
It ain't
comments. And
safe.
it's
No.
no.
Not a lot of lookers.
Some people are saying that it's safe, but I feel like it's an organic connection. But let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you put all your eggs in one thing? I say that because of the preview. She's saying it's whatever. It's up. I like you, but I'm gonna venture out. I feel like with a show like this or Ready to Love or anything, I think you should date people, explore everything. Don't
Right.
just
So I had no idea of her past Ready to Love experience. I didn't, like I said, I didn't
You
go.
didn't watch.
She told me when we actually met. She said you should definitely go watch my last episodes. And I was like, well, no, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna meet you like I met you at the mall. Like we finna date
I
like
know
this.
that's right.
This how this going. I don't
meet you
want to
at
know
the
what you did with
mall.
him.
It's
That ain't
going
got nothing to do
down.
with me. And so when I did that, I did. I said, okay. I told her. I said I put all my eggs in the basket like you did last time because she told me she did that. That was inside the conversation. So yeah, I did do that. I did exactly that. But
Okay.
I mean, we didn't know the premise of the show till we got there, right?
That's you like what Minnesota says. It's crazy.
Then they said,
I feel like they were figuring it out as they went along.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds
That's
like.
exactly what it felt like.
Vest thought it would also be like a traditional Ready to Love show. So they thought it was going to be 10 men and 10 women. And
y'all
that's
just
what
go
Vest
at it.
told us last week.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we got there, I asked the question. I said, "What all these dudes doing here?"
Wow.
Right, like it's a lot of dudes here. I don't want to come to no sausage fest. What the hell? So
not a sausage fest.
That's what it was. I mean, it's 25 guys and 4 girls. Man, somebody gotta go.
Shout out to Simone, because Simone said sausage fest back in her season.
Yeah, that's what that was.
She did.
I mean, that might work for the ladies, but I didn't want that part.
Oh my God. Okay, so I want to ask all the ladies here a question. The Tamika, what do you guys think about her matchmaking? Because when she did the blind thing, I thought that was a cute idea, but wanted to get you guys' opinion. How do y'all think she's doing as far as being the matchmaker, I guess, of this season?
I did.
Stacey?
I had.
Oh my.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
ahead,
I was gonna say, in the beginning, I was not feeling her. I wasn't feeling.
We
like,
all know.
Him but
I
now I'm liking it. I like the idea of her sending the blind date that she did that, I think that was interesting and something new. Yeah,
Yes.
so far so good. I'm liking it.
Hey, she doesn't like her. She said production. Go ahead. Who was
Yeah,
that? Who said
so-
Stacy? Whoever. I don't care.
No, I don't want to. I want to go. I want to go with Simone. I'm interested to know what Simone.
Okay,
thinks.
Simone.
What I think about Tamika?
Yes.
Oh, I think she's a cute little thing, but she's not a matchmaker.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. Lee, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I don't. Get
Yeah, they
somebody else
making
to
shit
do.
up again.
If that's the case, then they need to get the
Damn.
match. If she a matchmaker, they need to get what's her name from $1 Million Matchmaker. I would trust her more than I trust Tamika to find me a man.
That old white lady still don't have a man, but I'm convinced the best
Damn.
matchmakers don't have men. Look
Because
at
they-
Tia.
See, yeah, I would.
Look
I
at
feel
Tia.
like
Tia's just really growing her
Yeah,
social media.
That's true. That's true.
And she ain't worried about not nary Negro.
no,
And-
that's true. That's a true statement.
Not
but no,
Nan.
no, I don't. Not as a matchmaker. She needs to continue to be a
Oh, Jesus
New Orleans
Christ.
socialite.
Oh my God,
Let her
it's
do.
almost like a really good priest. It's like they sacrifice themselves to teach you the word. You know, like that priest, like he never gets a wife, but that's okay. He takes all his life experiences, he wraps it up, he bottles it up, he packages it up, like the way Tasia does it when she gives you her date.
Who supposed to sacrifice their whole life to no man? Girl, bye.
I don't think
my love like make you get love. Are you crazy?
I
No.
think she's a TV personality. I think it's production. It's always production.
Yeah.
Always production.
I feel like they found somebody that was gonna look good on TV, that knew New Orleans the way that she knows it. But I won't qualify.
And that
her
would be
as
in
a-
budget.
They should have got Stacy to
No,
do it.
whole likes to stay in budget. That was gonna be
I've already said it.
and they're exactly because I don't.
Stacy
she
would have been.
not-
I think she got Stacy to do it. I'm sorry. Her
And I
personality
mean,
been bigger.
and then we
They
got
should've
to
done
live
that.
to
here.
replace Sharif.
She's no.
You
I feel
had
like
some
Stacy
pure
did Tamika. No. I think Stacy would have been good in a Tamika role. Baby, she would have had
No.
them matched up. Why you saying no?
You gotta get a crossover, Mark.
Ladies,
You gotta get a
fight
crossover.
over me. Ladies, don't fight over me.
No, I would prefer that they switch
Stacey's
Sharice
so
out for
goofy.
Stacy. That I can do. Not
Well,
no.
I mean, switching me out for anybody because I'm actually from there. So
Right.
my mom lives
100%.
there, my family's there. I'm the only one of me in Houston. So it would have
Mhm.
made sense.
It would.
And
Yeah.
y'all would love, let me tell you something, Jabbar. Y'all would have loved to have me there.
Did they reach out to you at all?
No.
That's trash.
They
to
were-
me.
They
I don't
reached
even
out to
understand.
If
Carmen
you
though.
wanted to make it believable, you
I
would have
know.
at least had somebody from there who would have the probability of coming back because clearly I'm obligated to my family. You know what I mean? So
Because she's
Well, shout out to
commentary.
Tamika.
That's why.
She was a sensation, and she's a hometown girl, and she gets both markets. You know,
But I
she
like-
brings in
She's
I like
us
Tamika.
and
I like Tamika.
others to
I
watch
like
the show.
Tamika, but I like
I live
Tamika
shout out to
because Tamika, because one thing that Tamika does is she listens. So if you look at some of the dates, is that you, Lee? Mute your mic, Lee. So the one thing that Tamika does well is that she actually listens to the women. So a lot of the dates that she sent people on, she did listen to like their type, what they like, what they traditionally like, and she did that for them. And I think like I'm excited to see what happens in the future. But I did like the fact that she actually takes. I think our experience in Ready to Love, Simone, Carmen, you know, like when we're asking for dates, like, hey, I'm interested in this person, this is what I like. We never got it. But with Tamika, at least they're getting what their requests kind of
They
are.
had not nary Creole man on my season. I was livid. I was livid.
Oh.
How are you, Houston? And I could run up to the church down the street at St. Mary's Catholic Church and get you 3 of them. Yeah, but I think she did a good job. How she got Zadia, that doctor. That's probably the first doctor Zadia's ever dated, and gonna be the last one too.
Not the last
What?
one.
First and the last.
I will say I don't think the show will come on a second time.
You don't think so, Carmen?
Oh no, not this version. No, this is a specialty session.
Yeah.
Or I mean, unless they're gonna do it in
Interesting.
another city.
No, people are sick of this shit.
Okay.
They need to
They are.
merge.
No,
They
people
need
are.
to-
People are.
it needs to be a merging of the two.
It's not that, yeah.
So like with the like a Tamika and where it's a reasonable city, that would make sense.
I think they would have been better off doing a specialty show with some of the all-stars of Ready to Love on a vacation. I think
I've been said that. An all-star Ready to Love with host. I don't care if it's Simone and Stacey. I don't care. Ready to Love. Bring people from the past. I've been saying it would be a great show. People love.
I think Simone would be an excellent.
What's the name of the? We got on that trip.
Simone would be the host that they needed for a merging of stuff. Like Simone, you. No, but I'm saying it because like Simone, like real talk, Simone has sent me, like she set me up on a couple of days and it was great. Like she knows what you want, she knows what you're looking for. So like I think that somebody like Simone will be an excellent host because one, she's real. Two, she's gonna listen to you and she'll catch your vibe.
I need my setup, Simone.
She'll catch your vibe and she'll try to throw your vibe to you. You know what I mean?
I'm serious.
And I don't do brokies. I do not. If you are broke, I need you to give me your credit report. We're going to evaluate it, and I need you to come back 12 months later, and then I'll think about it.
She don't do broke, and she don't do hating. Like she ain't gonna hate on you either.
Oh no, I won't. Remember? Okay, so my wedding weekend. Remember that guy that flew? You know, the guy that flew to Tulum or whatever. I went to a funeral and I met this guy. I call him Funeral Bae. Anyway, at the funeral, I was like really sad for my friend because their, spouse passed away. And then I hooked them up. And like now they're in love. Like so in love.
Really Simone.
What?
I'll talk to you after the show. So anyway.
Okay, I'll get you a man too.
What if it was an all-star? It was an all-star.
He got to know I work a lot. He got to know I work a lot. I'm just saying.
Yes, Carmen. Carmen.
Oh my gosh.
Is that in Houston?
Simone. Carmen.
No, I'm saying if there was an all-star, there has to be people who are going to say the truth. Like,
yeah, if there's ever an all-star, Simone has to be the host.
But Simone, they've been saying that even when I used to pose a question in my chats, they would say they want you as the host. They have said that. They said Stacey too. But they have said they wanted you as the host of bringing all the stars together from the past. But the other question is, who would do it? Who would come back? Because almost all the cast are done with the show. I'm just being honest. So the question is probably they want to try. But
can I say something right quick?
Go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead, Jabari.
But I was gonna say I think with this season they missed a very, very valuable opportunity to bring some new life to the show by bringing 10 women from New Orleans. Right? New Orleans women are very, very charismatic women. They're very, very personable. They're extremely educated. Well, not let me say if you get the right ones, right? And you could have brought out a lot in the show by bringing out 10 new women, right? Because they got a lot going on down here. So I think they missed the opportunity. And I think they got to circle back, and do it the traditional way versus what they did, because everybody agrees that the way they did it don't work. But if you had brought it back around, 10 guys from New Orleans, 10 girls from New Orleans, and let them go at it, I think you would have had a better show. And I think they should circle back instead of before we go to the reunion or whatever.
You know why that's a no? That's a no because you haven't watched the other shows and it's based off Ready to Love. So that's why they brought those women back. So you'd have to watch the other shows to understand why they did that. They would have to create a whole new show to talk about what you're talking about.
But
so go back and look at the other shows, then you'll understand.
And they had so much difficulty casting men like you, Jabari. Literally, they had to keep extending the deadline because of the difficulty that they had getting quality men like you. So,
but you know what? If you think about it, if you look at the show, if you look at Ready to Make a Move, right? This is season 1 of Ready to Love, except with women at 4. If you look at it, it is. So you can see that we're trying to go back to the drawing board to what made us successful to begin with.
Yes. Somebody, Show Urchin said, yeah, he's describing where he loved New Orleans. Yeah, bless his heart, he don't even know. It's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, boo.
I started with I ain't watching. Sorry.
So they're giving you compliments in the chat, Carmen. They're happy that you've been added to the panel.
Oh, thank you, boo.
I am very happy that I was able to Simone to come on again because she also was getting some compliments behind. They were telling me they loved her on the panel. This has been a really, really good panel. I'm happy everybody, Lee, Marty from Mama, Jabbar, thank you for coming on. I had one more guest coming on, but he's caught up at a funeral. He's not able to come. Hopefully he'll come next weekend. You guys have been really open about coming to my panel. And so I do appreciate that because I know a lot of you guys, this is your first reality TV show. And so coming on and talk about it can be kind of sticky. And y'all been super awesome and open. I know that my girls can kind of, could be a lot sometimes. But I love them. And I know I could be a lot too. So trying to navigate through all these great personalities and it was just a really good panel. I really am happy you guys came on. This is really, really good. Now, one thing I want to say at the very end, we talked about everything. I'm sorry, the cliffhanger, which I hate on cliffhangers. To me, I didn't think it was the purpose of the cliffhanger at all. So for the next episode, the scenes that we saw, Lee, are you able to speak on that? Are you still not able? Did you watch the clips?
No.
Oh my God, girl, you fired. So anyway,
look, I was trying to watch this on the airplane. Okay.
This is my niece, y'all, so it's all good. But I love her. This is the first time she can do the recap, and nobody wants to do it, Stacey.
It was because I was traveling.
I know, but when I asked her, she was like, "Nah, you do it." And Carmen was like,
It's okay. Next week, I got you.
I know you do. The compliments from the new panel have been getting a lot of good positive feedback, so I'm happy about that. But we're about to end it. I want everybody to get their final notes about it. I won't start with you, Jabari, because you've been having a lot to say this whole entire panel, sir, and I love it. So you are kind of the end of the show was about you and Vernicia, and I know you can't tell us in spoilers, but are you liking how your narrative is being spun with you and Vernicia for us to watch? Are you enjoying it, or are you not liking it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. As long as it don't embarrass my mama and my daughter, yeah, I'm good with it.
100%.
Right. Yeah, I like it a lot. But it was fun. I can't wait to see how else they put it out. I know what I kind of know the dates we went on, so I'm ready to see what else comes next. I can see they're trying to spin up some drama, so I want to see how that works. But I'm looking forward to it just like everybody else. I'm gonna keep watching.
Okay, my final thoughts, baby.
I liked it so far. I like the last episode. I'm starting to enjoy it. So, I'm extending grace from this end. And I like Jabari. I like his energy. I just don't want you to downgrade my sister because she kept saying, I am not ready to downgrade my lifestyle. So I'm gonna see, how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Carmen?
I have a question. Has anybody looked at the reviews?
No. I haven't looked at anything.
Like the numbers.
Where would they be?
Look it up.
Where do you look them up?
If you type in the topic, a lot of time on Google, that stuff will just come up. It'd be different websites.
Yeah, it's not a hit show. Nobody is like, it's really not.
But I feel like overall people have been expressing like a more positive. Like I think that they thought that it would look a different way. I think like everybody was in like Ready to Love PTSD from Miami and from Dallas. That this is like a refreshing.
Yes.
Like it's been refreshing for me. Like I've been excited to actually watch it and to speak on it because like it's a little bit different and it's not like the typical thing. And like I said, like what we all know, like any of us that's been on the show, when we say what's our favorite season, where are we gonna go to?
Texas
and Atlanta.
Okay.
And then redoing season 1, like where you had the Big Mike, you had the Shay,
yes,
you had the Ashley, like you had all of this in the season 1. So clearly they're going back to the drawing board. I'm actually enjoying what I'm seeing because at least like we're seeing something that feels more authentic. At least it feels that.
I like getting to know Vernicia. I think she has a calm spirit. I like that. I don't know if she'll move with everything she has going on. I like Ashley. I feel like she's such a bubbly spirit. I wasn't happy about the whole text messaging thing, but I still like her. I'm kind of like wondering if Sharice and Zadia, I was hoping that we could see. I feel like Zadia really tried to have a softer side. I think she got caught up. I think Sharice really wanted her to fess up and say she was outside. That's why she mad.
Yeah.
That's none of her business. And I think Zadia is like, why are you telling my business? But the business out there, so go ahead and just be like, yeah, I was having fun. I don't care. Mind your business.
Right. So it's no snakerism to it. It's just like you grown, just
right. So it's like their image is not. I was hoping it would change a little bit coming on this. Now the little bickering over something that's nonsense. I feel like I don't want Zadia to be caught up in that, and I wanted Sharice to have a softer side. So I'm hoping. I don't feel like there's anybody there for Sharice.
Right. I agree.
Zadia, I don't feel like there's anyone there for her, and I know Zadia very well, and I don't know if she would really move. So it would have to be a man that would move here. She has a great life here, and that's hard to really just get up and move to a different state. And I don't see anybody right now that she likes that much.
Who Simone? Did you give your Did you give final thoughts?
Wait. So before they go, off what Carmen said, what would have been interesting is if it would have been a selection of like from the cities that the ladies are from, right? 2 guys maybe from DC, 2 guys from Miami, 2 guys from Atlanta, 2 guys from, or however many guys equals the 10.
Absolutely the fuck not.
And then put them all in a place where nobody is with a couple of locals. That would have been interesting. To me, that would have been interesting because it would have had an element of like realism where, oh, okay, I connected with somebody where I'm from and this might work. Like if they would have sprinkled maybe a guy or 2 from where some of the ladies are from. Literally, think about it. You just responding.
Okay, those I wanted to say before we go to Simone, there was some stats up there. Y'all were asking. I think Carmen asked about. I put that up there for y'all to see, and then Demita also put some up there as well. So those are some of the stats. It had gone down a little bit. Yeah, it did go down a little bit. So that's where we are. But it's the 3rd popular show. And Bell Collective is still coming back. So I don't know if it's going to change that. And this is still a new episode. I think new shows kind of go through this too. But I don't know. We'll see.
But for it to be new and be 3rd, that's not too bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Especially because that budget was low down to the ground.
I know, especially after they left Houston.
But it's 3rd on the OWN network. How many shows are actually dating shows are active on the OWN network right now?
Well, see, with the stats, the click noise, baby. The stats I pulled up here is showing since Friday, premiere on Friday. You see right here on the screen, it says "Make a Move" currently published. Oh yeah, same thing. Yeah. Oh Lord, and the rating was down. So I don't know. I'll check it again next week when we come back again and see what it says. But that's what it's saying. But Simone, you got final thoughts, baby girl?
I think you guys captured it. Thank you so much. Thanks for letting me join y'all.
Yes. My final thought says I'll just see for next week. I ain't got much else. Oh, I'll be back on live on Halloween night. You guys can come on with costumes. Today I had like a little I didn't really do much, but next week I'm gonna do the whole makeup, my whole face. I'm gonna do all of it. You guys come on, click the link, show me your costume. We're just gonna have some fun and we're gonna drink a little bit. That's all I got coming up. Guys, it was a great panel. Thank you. I thought y'all were gonna dress up, but y'all didn't, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I thought you were gonna come with your cape on, Miss Stacey B. Ma was gonna come with the queen. Nobody came with nothing. You're on mute, Stacey.
I couldn't find it. I gotta locate that box. I only recently moved, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right, guys. This is it. We're about to roll up out of here. Thank you, guys. Happy Halloween. Y'all have a great rest of the week. I will see y'all sometime soon. Talk to y'all later. Bye.